Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Last time I went out hunting, on my way out, I was talking about my mounts for my thermals. We have been moving thermals around, and so one of the Unity mounts I have, I'm going to switch over to a American Defense. I already run one of them on my thermals. I'm really happy with it, and so I went ahead and got the same one. It's a Recon H30 STD. I'm going to go ahead and swap my other optic to this thermal, show you the process and why I believe that this is a good move when you're hunting at night and you're moving things around. So let's go to the workbench. Welcome, welcome. All right, so here we are at the workbench. This is the XP50. This is my first thermal I've purchased a few years ago, which I've been running with this American Defense quick release. This is what we showed at the beginning of the video. I've got one back there. Really convenient if you're out in the field and you need to switch guns for a number of reasons. You do not have to worry about tools. You can just hit these levers and pull it off and put it on your new gun and lock it back into place. Now, fortunately for optics like this, where you have profiles saved for zeroing inside, you can switch the gun, go to your profile that's saved with your other gun, and be on point. So you can have up to as many profiles or guns saved for zero and inside of your optic, depending on the brand. So here's my DXP50. The only difference with this one is it's got the 4K daytime option for being able to see without having the thermal. You have just a regular color screen, which is nice. And this is a Unity. It's the same height, 2.05. And this is great. The Unity is a super great brand. Tactical, law enforcement. This stuff is really high end. Unfortunately, because I'm doing civilian activities and I'm out there changing scopes for content, and I don't need this robust, high quality or scope mount. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off and we're gonna go right back to this American Defense. So I have options to change my optics in the field with two scopes instead of one. Because you know, when you bring your buddy to hunt, you will more than likely be lending him one of your thermals. So let's get to it. All right, I try to get the camera just a little bit closer here. I guess we're gonna go ahead and move this one out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and get started uninstalling this. One of the things that I found to be pretty crucial when you're dealing with optics and rings is their torque. So these bolts on top, every manufacturer gives you a specific requirement for the torque rating. And on here, if you read, it says ring 18 inch pounds. So that means when you torque these, you don't need to be going over 18 inch pounds. So what does that mean? So if you get something like this, which this is called Fix Sticks, kind of expensive, but great to have. You can attach this on top of your torque device. And when you turn it, you'll see the line right there. It'll actually go to the numbers as they go up. That's your inch pounds right there. And so what'll happen is if it says 20 or 15, as soon as you hit that 15, you stop. I've made the mistake, especially with Unity. They put it right here. It says 18. I did over torque one of the screws and it cracked in half. And I was doing 25 to 30 inch pounds because I wanted to feel better about the clamps. Well, guess what? It takes a long time for you to get new equipment from the manufacturer back when you break stuff because you don't follow specs. So I don't recommend you doing that. Always look for the torque requirements whenever you're doing any kind of work like this, so that you can have proper torqued rings and screws, because you can crack the mount or you can over torque and sever the screw. It goes both ways. All right. All right, now we're ready to go ahead and prep the American Defense mount. So we'll have to undo these 8 bolts, and then we can go ahead and start getting the optic mounted in the rings. All right, a little bit of trial and error there. The magic number is 9/64. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the size. So we're gonna go ahead and one of the things that we really need to pay attention to on this, if you read the instructions, it very clearly says that the only thread lock that American Defense recommends is the VC3, and they give it to you. So I don't know how more clear they can explain it and show you, but you shouldn't use anything else but what they give you. And those are for reasons that we don't need to know, but we can know. And this is where things get messy, I'm sure. All right. All right, as we get close here, as soon as I feel tension on one of the rings, that's where I stop, just because as we get closer to the point where we tighten, we still will need to make some adjustments. And also alternating from top to bottom. I don't know if you change tires, but when you do your lug patterns and you're tightening a tire, you want to do it in a star, just because you want everything to be clamped evenly. And if you clamp both tops and then do the bottom, then your ring will be more open on the top than the bottom. And ultimately what that means is you'll have different torque on different sides of the ring clamp. So we'll refer back to the manual, and it will say on here the torque rating for the ring screw 20 to 25 inch-pounds. So that means when I tighten, you can see the 25 on there. I don't want to pass that. So when this line hits 25, I stop tightening. And so all right, guys, that is how to tighten it up, and we'll get to the final stage here, and we'll go ahead and mount it on the gun. All right, guys, final part here. We're gonna be mounting this on the Scar 16 light, the 223 version of the heavy that I normally am out there shooting hogs with. All right, so now that we got this guy ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and push down and pull forward on both of these to open them up. All right, so I'm gonna bring this in a little bit closer here. Okay, so as I came into lock, you can see that we still have some play on the optic. And so what that means is we're gonna have to tighten it a little bit, and they tell you exactly how to do that. So I'm going to show you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the rifle around. Oop, I'm gonna have to turn this around too, huh? Okay. You get to see the star power. My daughter gave that to me. And so on this side here, you see two flathead and the other sides of the bolt. And so from experience, what I know to do is I'm gonna go ahead and unlatch the other side. And if you push on it, if I push on the back side here, you can see that bolt lifts up. Where am I, John? There you are. See, there it is. Let me get, there it is, the contrast. If I push on the bottom, that bolt goes up. And so most of the time you can just push it up like that and then give this a turn or two, not even needing a tool. And then I'll do the same thing with this. Push it up, 1, 2 turns, drop it down. Now I'm going to see what that does. In. We're better, but we still got a ways to go. I'm gonna give it 4 turns on this next round. 4 turns on this next round. There we go. Maybe too much actually. Okay. Go in. All right, so that one gets pretty tight on the back. The front one's perfect. The back one, I probably need to go the All right, I think that's it. We'll turn it around and we can get the final look on everything. All right, guys, so now that we got the latches adjusted, I want to show you what I feel like is good for use. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that side and just lean it over till it's ready. And then I'm just going to, it gets tight, and then a nice click comes in, gets tight, nice click, and that sucker isn't going anywhere. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. I know something as simple as changing a mount on a rifle could actually have quite a bit of details and steps if you want to do it properly. Hope you learned something. If there's something that I could have improved on while I was working, please feel free to leave it in the comments. In the meantime, I'll be getting ready to make the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.